Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends! This is unbelievable. We are continuing our series of shiurim in the Sfas Emes. Now we're in Parashas Pinchas. We've already had a number of shiurim, but never enough. When you tell a drug addict, I think you had your hit for today. It's like, no, I want more. Lahavdil, afafei avdelis. The Samachayim Torah. Is it ever enough? Never. If Shechaim says, what are we doing? What are we doing, Lesed Level, forever? Steiging away, learning more of Hashem's Torah. You get deeper into Hashem's Das. Kiviyachol. Unbelievable. Anyway, the Sfas Emes obviously is Ein lachbir b'milim. There's not enough words to say about how great this Sfas Emes is. So we'll just jump right into it. Tov Reish Lamed Daled, the letzte Maamar, the last Maamar. Sfas Emes talks many times about Shabbos. A good Yid wrote a sefer many years ago in English. Otzo's art scroll. Reb Arthur. Hagoyin Hagadol Reb Arthur scroll. So I think it's an art scroll. In any event, he put out the Sfas Emes Maamar on Shabbos, and he just gathered together from a lot of places Sfas Emes on Shabbos. If anybody wants, you can get that in English. There are other things in English in the Sfas Emes. Dr. Leff Nosson ben Chaim ben Zelda. So he has a sefer in English in the Sfas Emes. There are other places. So it's mamish kedai if you can't do it in the original, to get it in English, to learn what the words of the holy man, the words of the Torah of the holy man. So here he talks about Shabbos. I said Shabbos, and many of his Maamar, but sometimes the whole Maamar is devoted to Shabbos. Menucha shleima shata roitzeba. That we say in the Mincha of Shabbos and Amidah, that Shabbos is a complete rest that you want. Perish. Shabbos ish menucha b'kol ha'inyonim ein begashmi yasem b'avidus Hashem yizborach. On Shabbos we rest in everything. Sai, as they say in Lakewood. Sai in Gashmias. And Sai and Avodas Hashem, both in Gashmis and in Avodas Hashem. We think that Shabbos is a day of resting from work. Turn off the iPhones. Turn off the email before Shabbos. No Gashmis work. But in Ruchnias and Avodas Hashem, Ma'arbet Shver, work hard. No. It's Yiso Menucha and Avodas Hashem. Doesn't mean you're not a Jew on Shabbos. But it means that on Shabbos, you have to know today is not a day of battles. Today is not a day of fighting. Today is menucha. What is menucha? Menucha is when you feel that when you're in a place where you feel you're supposed to be. So for some people, menucha is in their lazy boy chair, and they sit with the New York Times, and they read about all the tzaros in the world. And about the Israeli occupation of the West Bank. Those Israelis living in their own country, what right do they have to be alive, Bichlal? Terrible. What are they still doing here after all those years? We keep trying to wipe them out. They're still here. For some people, that's their tainuk. They read the New York Times. For other people, they turn on this box with color pictures, and they see a man throwing a spherical object 95 miles an hour towards another man who's holding a piece of wood in his hand, cut from a tree, and he takes the piece of wood and he brings it forward with a lot of force, with a lot of might, and then the piece of wood makes contact with the 95 mile an hour object going at 95 miles an hour, the spherical object, and then it goes right into right field, whatever they call, and he starts running as fast as he can to first base, and people say, I made it. Look at how he ran to first base. And look at how he touched the base. And look at how after he rounded first, he went back to the base and put his foot on the base, because if his foot isn't on the base, then you can tag him out. And you're going to have millions of angry fans. And he's going to lose his parnasa. So Baruch Hashem, he stepped on the base. And we too have our menucha. Our menucha's in the base. You go to the base medrash. You sit and you learn. That's your menucha. But Shabbos isn't a time of battles. And therefore Hashem said, we have to rest from Melechas Avoda in order that the menucha should be recognizable in everything, in all ways. And the reason is because it's revealed on Shabbos, the Ratzon of Hashem, that he has naicha, it's pleasant for him. It's restful for him on Shabbos. the Bria. Through Shomrei Shabbos, Shabbos isn't a time to create anymore. Shabbos isn't a time to change things. Shabbos is just a time to sit back and say, what a beautiful creation. Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbos. What's the Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbos? Tov L'Hodas L'Hashem. This is an awesome world. And even though the Rishayim, B'Farach Rishayim Kumay Sev, it says there, V'Yatzitzu Kol B'Le'av, you know why? L'Shamdam Adayat, to destroy them. Don't worry about it. V'Tzadi Katamar Yifrach. You see, everything is good. You have no tinus in the Bria. That's Shabbos. Shabbos is when Hashem looks at the world with Naicha, that everything is working the way it's supposed to work. And when the will of God is revealed, there is going to be menucha on all those created, because everything was created from Hashem. He is the shleimus of everything. He is perfection, and on Shabbos this perfection in some level is revealed. You want it. And therefore it's menucha shlema, there's rest. You want it, this is what you desire. And therefore you made it. This is the goal. Tachlis ma'aseh bereishis, like it says in Tefillah. Shabbos the Tachlis, you made it. This is the goal. This is the purpose, that everything is resting. Everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Everything's in the right place. Now that I go out, now I'll leave the tchum. Because where do you have to go? Where do you have to go? The whole world's always running. I would go to the airport. I'm always like, where's everybody going? Where's everybody? What are you going for? The answer is, generally, often, that if it's not good for me here, I have to go somewhere else. So people think if they go somewhere else, it'll be better for them there. You know what menucha is? Menucha is, where I am is perfect. And that's the avod of a Jew, by the way. This is parenthetical, but very important. Avod of a Jew is every human being. But I don't know if they're listening to this shir, watching this shir. Who knows? That you should be happy wherever you are. It's not about the place. It could be in Rikers Island. It could be in Otisville, Rachmana litzlan. It could be anywhere. But you're right now, this is where God put me. Or this is where I put myself. But God's running the world. So you can only be here if God let me. This is where I'm happy. That's menucha. During the week, we don't have that. We're always going here, going there. Take the train uptown, take the train downtown. You see trains? You ever go to the train in New York City? Whew. Everywhere you go down to go underground. One train is zooming east-west. The other train is zooming west-east. And then the same people who went east-west in the morning are going to go west-east in the afternoon. The people who went west-east in the morning going east-west in the afternoon. Oh, he's going somewhere else. Never good for me here. I got to go. So I got to get here. I got to do there. Shabbos menucha. You don't go anywhere. You don't do anything. Just chill. This is beautiful. I'm where I should be. You open up your Gemara. Say, whew. Like an old beer commercial they had when I was a kid. Not that I watched it. My friends told me. Wink. It doesn't get any better than this. You know, this guy's sitting with his Michelob, with his overalls, you know. One of these hicks, you know, with big bellies, kicks back, doesn't get any better than this, and he drinks his Michelob. Okay? Reb Goy, if that's for you what life is, I have Rachmanis. But that's for you. Hope you find something better one day. But that's what he thinks life is, this particular guy in this commercial. At least he was paid a lot of money to say that. But for us, we have a different meaning. We say it doesn't get any better than this on Shabbos. We have menucha. No pressure, no competition, no tests. Just sit back, learn, you daven, you sing. אבל המבוקש מן הישראל is dabik bikar hamenucha yakiru v'yedu. The mevugash, you know what to ask from us? That we should be davik bikar hamenucha, like we're footnoting as a Maamar on this in Parad Yitzchok. Shat yakiru v'yedu. That we should know. Ki mi'itrehi menuchasa ma'menuchasa mikdush shemecha. Same menucha. We should recognize that it's from you. Because we have to be davik bikar hamenucha. That Hashem is kiviyachol resting. That Hashem is happy with creation. Ki me'itrei menuchasam. The whole menucha is from you. It's not that we're menucha, we're resting. Now we can chill out. We're resting from you because creation is the way it's supposed to be. Adoni Avi Zikni Me'over Rabbi Yomar Gemara Ma'anik Shabbos Neisno Mishalos Libo. If a person's Ma'anik Shabbos, you give him the will of his heart. Tzarchadim Lachim Lo Rotzen Emes Lios Mishalos Libo L'Shem Yisbarach V'Labudaso. You know when you're You're giving your heart's desires. If you're Ma'anik Shabbos, you're giving your heart's desires. When you prepare your heart with a Ratzon Emes, that your Mishalos Halev should be L'Hashem. If your desires of your heart are for Hashem, then your heart's desires are given to you. Famous Hasidic idea that V'shomer Yisrael Shabbos doesn't only mean guard Shabbos, it means Hamtana. To wait, to anticipate. And I skipped a few words. The Mishalos slave is all week long. All week long, we have to have this Mishalos slave, that we have to have this heart's desire to serve Hashem, and then our Mishalos slave are given to us. And that's V'shamru, that we have a Hamtana. It says, V'aviv shomer es hadavar. By Yaakov Avinu waiting to see if Yosef's dreams were when they were going to be fulfilled. Because Shmira is Hamtana, it's waiting, it's anticipating, when is it going to happen already? V'shamru, v'shamar es hadavar. All week long, we're waiting for Shabbos. We want to have a Ratzon Emes to do the will of Hashem. Yishom Mitzvah Menuchas Shabbos, we're waiting for the Menuch of Shabbos. Kodesh Yuchel Sky V'la Emes. U'liyashel Vav Me'el Yizbarach, we come close to the truth and to straighten our hearts to God. Shizeh U'ikra Menucha B'Shabbos, that's the Menucha on Shabbos, K'mosh Kos B'Zohar Kodesh B'Pasuk Shvu Yishtachtov. Like the Zohar says in the Pasuk of Yetzim Koma, don't leave your place. Meaning that on Shabbos you should stay with God. And that's the Iker Menucha. The Menucha is, I made it. Now where I'm supposed to be, I'm with Hashem. Like tzaddikim, they say before they die, they're crying, oh, you're going to die. I want to go home. I want to go back to Tati. I'll go back to my father. That's the Iker Menucha. That's where you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be far from Hashem. You're supposed to be close to Hashem. That's Shabbos. Shabbos day you achieve this closeness. That's the Menucha. Because everything's where it's supposed to be. Everything's doing what it's supposed to do. Shabbos derois and bris olam. And through this, we make Shabbos for the generations a covenant forever. Perish adei tshuka v'chol hashavua l'Shabbos kodesh la'izeh makam Shabbos koroi lios eskashus kol ha'maisim b'Shabbos kodesh la'hamshich har Shabbos daros and bris olam. That if a Shamar v'nei Yisrael says Shabbos, if we anticipate Shabbos, if we wait for Shabbos, if we just sit and say, when is it going to come? We can be close to Hashem already. If we have a tshuka all week, we have a desire all week for Shabbos kodesh. Through this, we're Makabel Shabbos Karoi, and all of our Maisim are connected to Shabbos Kodesh, and we draw the light of Shabbos, where Lidorosam Brisa Olam, for all the generations, for a covenant of eternity. So we have a little bit more insight. Again, this is all deep Kabbalah. I'm just translating the words, but just to get a sense of what Shabbos is supposed to be. Shabbos is supposed to be a day where everything is perfect. We have no tainas, like Rav Kook writes in one place. Ein Ayan Shabbos. He speaks about Shabbos, Milizak, or Full Krova Lava, the two types of tefillah. There's a weekday tefillah and a Shabbos tefillah. A weekday tefillah is bakashas, change this, change that, change this, change that. It's a lack of menucha. It's good also. But Shabbos is the zenith. Shabbos is, we don't make bakashas on Shabbos. Shabbos, everything is perfect. Shabbos, all we want is menucha. And Yakiru v'yedu v'nech gimei etchai menuchas amau chasim d'yishemecha, that we know the menucha is from Hashem. We want to have a Shabbos tika menucha, Hashem tika menucha. And we don't want to change things. And that's the Tov Lodas Lashem, Luzam Lashim Chayim, and that's the Mizmar Shel Yom HaShabbos. That the world is perfect. And everything is the way it's supposed to be, because we're immersed in Ruchnius, we're immersed in the main Olam Haba. Okay, Baruch Hashem, there's so much more to do. But I've been asked by one very beloved friend to keep some of the shiurim short, because it's hard for people to listen for an hour. Even though Sfas Emes, we could talk for 50,000 hours and it wouldn't be enough. But it's a bislach, small portions, little by little, b'siyata d'shmaya. We'll get there. Hashem should give us long life, all of us. We should remember Sof Dovra, Kol Nishma, Salokim Yiravetz, Mitzvos of Shmor, Ki Zeh Kol Ha'adam. Shalom, shalom, sweetest and most beloved friends.